have my safe protection. I will always be around. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey. I'm tired of being in the line. You say it will. I'm caught in your addicted brain. You say it will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say it will. I'm caught in your addicted brain. You say it will, yeah.
Well, let's see how this goes here, friends. Sunday night has not been our luckiest time slot to run games, but apparently we have mostly a full table, although last minute sickness here, so get well soon, of course, to Parker there. Otherwise, hopefully everybody is here. Let's just see about that.
Tools?
Good evening.
Hi, Daniel.
to you.
Not at the moment, unless that's on roll 20.
Nope, but
I'll
if
be
you
honest
open up,
with you, I only took Warlock level 2 to get that Eldritch Invocation to make myself tankier.
if you go into your browser, type in 5e Tools, it'll bring up a website for you that is all the normal D&D rules. In there, you can actually type in multi-class into the search option, and it'll bring up a table for you. So what happens is the Warlock spell slots are different and separate from that of any other caster because they get a set number of spell slots and it increases as you go. I think at level 2 they're only level 1 spell slots, but that's neither here nor there. I think you have 2 of them. And then your wizard ones would be straight up just your wizard level at the moment.
Well, good evening, friends. Welcome
Thank you.
to the show. Thank you for being here. Hope you're all doing well tonight.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed.
Hello again.
Howdy,
Thank you for
howdy.
accepting my application.
Absolute. Thanks for joining. Looks like we are short a full, almost a half of the party. This is kind of the usual for Sunday nights, though. Hence the recruiting post that we had. But yeah, where is Teddy? And where is Rosie?
I believe Rosie was going to be here.
She said she
saw-
would. Yeah.
I saw a posting about someone named Parker from their
Correct.
partner. Yeah, that's the only thing I've seen.
Yep, that's our last minute sickness there, so of course get well soon on that account. That accounts for one of our players here, 2 others though, not so much. So it'll be a little tricky here, but I think we have enough to get going. Make sure everybody's logged into the Roll20 though. If you haven't launched game, make sure you do that. I only see 2 of us in here.
I am doing that right now. Do you guys have a usual key that you use for push to talk? Because I hate that I'm trying to do the push to talk and all I get is a whole bunch of A's in my message bar.
Gotcha. For me, I would use the insert key. It doesn't seem to have any application for Roll20 or Discord that would cause any interference.
I use
All
shift.
right.
What happened?
I just hold my
I
touch.
use shift.
Gotcha.
I use my phone when I can't use a device that has a button.
Same. Just so you know, DM,
Alright.
I accidentally made 2 of my Cragrax. The one that I'm using is Cragrax the Smart, not the Wise. I thought it'd be
Gotcha.
funnier to have the goblin say that I'm smart, not wise.
Excellent.
Hey Dan, my Thorin character is not on.
Correct. I put it in the archive until such a time as you need it.
Gotcha.
If you're telling me that time is right now, I will restore the wrong character. There we go. All right. So yeah, Thorin is now at the far bottom of the journal there, if you need to access for any reason.
Thank you.
He is indeed. Let me just double check our bi-weekly table lineup here. I want to make sure there's nobody else missing that I'm overlooking. I know we have some new players here, so it can be
There are so many new spells than what's in the player's handbook.
I love it. Yeah, our new Cobalt Press books have really added a lot to our arsenal, and I just picked up, goodness, what was it just about an hour ago? Oh, the Chains of Asmodeus, because yes, I will be needing a lot of information on the 9 Hells, every layer of them for our Wednesday party here in the coming weeks. Spoiler alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that doesn't help me. I don't think I've added everybody to the channel here. Okay, so there's Sarah Nicole, there's Teddy, there's Rosie, they are not here. There's John T, there's Tabashi, she is sick. And then, what is it? Skags, if I'm remembering correctly?
Shags.
Shags. And then Kirk, of course, wishing you well. He had a passing in the family, so he will be back with us eventually. But for right now, taking some time away. And then Kira, who is here, but I neglected to add to the channel. That's why it still says seeking one player. I think I added it for the February 11th session, though. So go figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I didn't. I just added full table. So I have no idea what I'm doing.
So I did have a question. I do
Yes.
have the spell of Find Familiar. Could I already have that summoned since we're level 6?
Absolutely.
Okay, did you want to throw up a token for a Raven for me, please?
Raven coming up. Sad news about the Ravens in today's NFL.
Yeah.
I only
I got-
casually
No,
follow.
no.
We were just talking about that.
Chiefs are the best, so.
Chiefs are top notch. I cannot argue that.
I'm actually
Sentimentally,
surprised they're allowed to keep their name now. People have been taking out names and everything. You'd think that would be like the Redskins or something. Or
Yeah.
sorry, the Washington football team.
I was actually really hoping for the Lions to be winning, but right now they're down by 10 points.
Oh damn! Yeah, I was gonna say sentimentally, I'm for the Niners. That's my longtime team. I had a friend pass this year who was a big Niners fan and a VGK fan, and VGK won the Stanley Cup this year. So it'd be pretty cool to see both the teams come through for our good friend Jeff. But Lions, I would not hate that one little bit. I am all about parity in the NFL. That's why my dream Super Bowl matchup would be the Minnesota Vikings versus the Buffalo Bills. One of these frickin' teams is finally
I just
getting
need
one.
the Buffalo Bills in
Look,
here. You
I've been a
know? I just
ride or
need
die
them in there.
Vikings and Chargers fan. I've been screwed from the
Ooh.
get-go.
Chargers have upset me so many times as a Colts fan. I always rooted for them. They would beat our Colts in the most fantastic playoff games and then just go on to lose to the Cheatriots thereafter. I'm like, if you're going to beat us, like, win. Go and frickin' win. But our teams would just constantly beat the hell out of each other. I will never forget the game when we took out Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson, and then they brought in fucking Philip Volek or whatever, and Darren Sproles, and they still beat our asses.
My personal favorite team has always been the Steelers, simply because of Paulo Malo. There's no other reason, but Paulo Malo was amazing to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, there were a lot of times teams beat my Colts in the playoffs, and it was totally acceptable because there were a lot of good AFC teams there in the early aughts. There it is. I finally found the Raven. There's only like 19 of them here in our compendium now with all the books we have, including
Also-
the Ravening Minotaur for some reason.
What, the pardon?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look
It
into
says
what
Raven in the name.
Yeah, it's from the Tome of Beasts 3. Okay, so we have a
I
Raven
got a
on the
question
board.
about Find Familiar because I also have that spell. Shocker.
Sure.
Can you ride your familiar like a mount?
It would depend on what it is, but if it's
I wanted to do a
feasible,
ward, like a ward
Um,
for a goblin.
That's not normally a familiar-sized creature. Familiars are like hawks, owls, toads, cats, things like that. That are usually.
Oh
small.
right, I was thinking if I went level
If you
3,
were like-
fuck my
If
fault.
you were like a tiny fairy and you had a familiar that was a raven, you could ride it.
right?
That'd be- I want to
feasibly.
bake a fairy eventually, but it would absolutely be a bard.
Back in 3.5, you used to be able to do something like that because you could do
Oh yeah.
Ranger with the animal companion and take a giant wasp as a goblin or kobold and ride a giant wasp.
That's just malicious.
Let's get on to the field of play here, where we have my original campaign setting from 96 to 2001, in the final throes before the planet finds its imminent doom.
If
Our
it's alright
group-
with you, could Kragrak have a tarantula as his familiar?
If I have stats for that, that would certainly be the easiest way to go about it. Let me just double check.
Yeah, any spider's fine. It's just specifically it's a tarantula.
Yeah, they only give me giant and monstrous. So, yeah, I guess whatever the spider version of familiar is, it's just themed in that respect.
I'll look at what are actual familiar types, and I'll. I've never, like I said, to
Spider is a
Chad,
familiar
I've
type you
never
can do.
played a mage before, so I don't know how half these spells work.
You can do a spider as a familiar.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I
it
have-
did
I
sound
have-
familiar.
I had a spider when I was a kid, and it was my favorite pet. So
Aw, that's awesome.
I brought it to show until it scared people because I had curly hair, and it just hid my hair.
Oh, hallelujah! We still have our initiative order intact from this massive catastrophe here. And yes, our group, the existing group anyway, was drawn to this location at the behest of their former employers. If you checked up any bit on the Coalescence story channel in our Discord server, that would be the Ubiquity, a former collection of powerful priests who gathered to prevent a galactic undead outbreak. And now, what we have remaining of our party assembled over in this area. We have lost our unnamed Warforged, sadly, as Nat will no longer be playing in the Sunday night games, so that character will be no
I
more
was
here.
removed from the map due to being unavailable for last session.
Gotcha. And Pix is likewise just going to kind of get lost in everything that's going on here, as will Tyrant the Large, who I believe is in fact a fairy type character who on our last adventure was slingshotted into melee with this Chul over here. And that's the last any of you will see of that character for some time, until Teddy returns to take over the character. Let me just get rid of them from the initiative, because it is a beefy one.
Just the image of him blasting off into the abyss is amazing.
We're Team Rocket blasting off again.
Shags, you stole my joke.
Sorry.
There is a large area of reverse gravity that has been cast. We can make that out by the tornado-like smoke cloud here. Any tokens that are within that area of effect that have the green arrow pointing up, they have been caught in that and are currently suspended in midair. I think only looks like this guy right here and this one right here made their saves against that effect. Oh, as did all the way to the north. One of the Eidolons up there also made. That's harkening back to D&D, advanced D&D right there, if you recognize that kind of artwork there.
I actually have the book with that on it.
Hells yeah! Oh yeah.
So if we're getting injected into the fight, would we have had time to prepare certain things, like for example, mage armor and such?
Yes, in the context of how I'm going to present this. For our character, well, John is the only one here on the map who was here from last session. So, I don't know. Should we just play this out single player, John? You do the entire battle, and then after it's resolved, we meet the rest of the party? You can solo this, right?
As much as I believe in Oracle's abilities, I'd really not like to test it.
Excellent. All right. Now, Delcy is one we are familiar with, and just for a refresher, this darkened section off to the map, if you progress through that off of the borders of the map to the far northeast, probably about another 200, 300 feet away or so, that is where our steampunk airship is parked. Again, for our characters who are here at the behest of Ubiquity, this is their home planet. The source of their entire mission was to protect and hopefully rejuvenate their home world. And unfortunately, when they ran into Zastam several sessions ago and their leader was killed, and a couple of them were bitten by some Night of the Living Dead zombies, which are just, of course, far more worse than any 5e type zombie you could run into. The leadership was decimated. And their last request was that those of you who were still part of Ubiquity travel to this planet and see what you might be able to do where they had failed after exhausting every idea they possibly had. So that is where Orkul and Delcy will come into play. I will drop Delcy onto the map here shortly. For our two other characters who are joining here for the first time, whether you are native to this planet, or you were dropped here, or you're just visiting, or for whatever purpose that you care to derive for your character here, you are caught up in this world-ending event. And the few in this region who are still living are drawn to this site almost almost by magnetism, almost as if a vision is pulling you here to give you some semblance of hope that if you are to survive this event, it's somewhere in this area. And we can see that played out on numerous accounts with all of the foes that are present here on the board. Some of them are obviously against our party, Roleplaying Unlimited, quality of life. You'll notice here on the board, if they've got a red health bar, they are unlikely to ever be your friend and will probably attack you on sight. If they have a green health bar, it's likely that they will treat you friendly until they have reason to not. If they have a blue health bar, treat it with caution. They could go either way on you. If you approach diplomatically and it goes favorably, their health bar may change to green. Vice versa, it may change to red. So we've got foes and potential allies from all different walks of life here who've been drawn to this site, seemingly for the same reason. So in that respect, I am going to drop your characters onto the board here. And relatively in the same region as each other, just so we're not completely spread out everywhere. Who is... Oh, Harasha is Tobashi, that's right. Okay, so Aubrey is a new friend, potentially.
Yay!
As is Kragrak, the ultra-intelligent. Or no, that's when he gets to level 8. And looks like Kragrak could...
Me so want to be friends.
Kragrak is not loading for me. Slowly. We'll get there. There it is. We're getting the D20 rolling there. I just want to get... Do you have a token assigned for Kragrak, or do you just want to use the illustration we have that you've chosen? Do you want me to find a goblin token? That...
I did find one. I guess it just didn't upload. Give me one sec.
Sure. Yeah, you're probably still tinkering around with the sheet too. That's why it's not allowing me instant access here. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately I was working, so it's kind of balancing between that.
Sure. Yeah, where you uploaded your illustration, the box just below that is where you can upload a token for the character if you have one that has like a circular border or something that's kind of matches up with everything else. If not, several of our players use square icons as well, or even the occasional miniature type token.
I don't know why, but I have 2 Blade of Wraths listed on my sheet.
You have 2 what?
Blade of Wrath.
Gotcha. Let me check into that. It could be something as simple as there's a one-handed and a two-handed variety for it. Like quarterstaff will populate with those kind of stats when you drag drop to your sheet.
Oh, I didn't mean to attack with it. I was trying to actually hit the button. So let me
All
see.
good.
They look the same to me. Except one
I
says
have
it's
no idea
abjuration
what
and the other says it's
Forever for
evocation.
this, I will DM you the token I found.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, I have a shiny sword that we just don't have a name for.
Yeah, for some reason one of the Blade of Wrath says it's abjuration and the other one says it's evocation, so I don't know which one's which.
Yeah, we do run into this issue with some of the new spells. They've not been properly researched and checked across the board. Some of them are from the same publishing house, but also from different books.
Okay, that's fine. And is this Raven my Raven that I see up on the screen there?
Yes, indeed. I just need to finish linking the character sheet to you. I'm just kind of locked here on a roll 20
Sounds good.
freeze momentarily. Whew. Oh boy. Yeah.
Alright, so that should be uploaded now.
Okay. I do see I have a Discord message. 1 second. That's gotta wait till this roll 20 freeze resolves itself before I switch monitors, otherwise everything freezes. And unlike in the god-awful Batman and Robin movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger with everything
We don't talk
freezes,
about that.
it's not as cool as it would seem there. Chill, it was my greatest performance. Come on.
No.
You think this is the real Quaid? It is. Okay.
No, I was saying it should be uploaded on Roll20 now. It was just taking forever for it to load.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that makes my job a lot easier. Let me just try to drag your character back to the board and see if that, in fact, is the case. So, in the case of Aubrey and Cragrak, your call if you wish to know each other coming into this, if you met each other on your way to this, or if you're meeting each other for the first time as you arrive to this event.
I'll leave that up to Cragrak. Aubrey would have been flying along.
I'm cool with whichever. Cragrak is solo goblin, but he no friends.
Okay then.
He
I do
knows
have a
friends.
question. The reverse gravity, how does that affect flying people?
I will post the effect up here in just a moment. Is Cragrak's HP really 19 at level 6? Because, dear God, that's horrible.
It should not be. Hold on a second. That was
Yeah.
my level.
That'd be a
4
little
one,
scary.
As I'm populating your token here and I go to automatically hit AC, it populates with 19. Alright, that can't be right. Unless you just rolled 2s every level. For those who did not catch it, another role-playing unlimited house rule is when you are leveling up, you of course may choose the high average for your hit points or to roll as in any other case. If you roll and you roll a natural 1, you can re-roll it on the understanding that whatever you get on the second roll, including a natural 1, you have to keep. It's only happened a couple times, but usually that re-roll will help you get a little boost on HP there.
I just took average. I figured it's easy and fast.
Absolute. So Cragrak is now set. Let me link that to
Should
the
have
token.
48 HP.
48 HP, much better. That'll allow you to survive 3 hits instead of 1.
Don't forget, I have 25 extra HP with my Arcane Ward and Armor of Agathis.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, and another thing for our new characters here, I do not recall if I spoke to you individually or if we covered this in group chat. Did you start with your magical weapon and potions of healing?
Yes, I did. You just said it was only a +1 weapon that you could get, right?
Correct. Your choice, presumably one you're proficient with.
Okay. Just because if we had an option, I would have myself preferred taking something like a Cloak of Protection instead of a magical weapon.
I would actually like to, I don't know if Braces of Armor is a +1 or like a rare or anything like that, but I was thinking about that.
Let me take a look-see here. There's that.
Because Withered don't do weapon, really.
Yeah, for characters who have absolutely no use for a magical weapon, I have made the occasional exception. Let me just
Worst
double
case
check.
scenario, I'm cool with doing like a +1 fling, because that's like the weapon I'm going with.
Sure. In Cragrak's case, I would say yes, you could do like a Ring of Protection or Bracers of Armor, something in that case. Loading up Aubrey here just to check as well.
I mean, I don't mind taking the +1 weapon, just because then I can dual wield that with like the Shadow Blade or with the Blade of Wrath.
Sure. Okay, so you're also a wizard, but Blade Singer.
Yep.
I would say same thing in your case. If you don't want the +1 weapon, you could go with Bracers of Armor or Ring of Protection.
Yep, I'd be okay with just the rapier. I'm fine with it. I just thought I'd let you know.
Sure. So our new characters will be joining in the fray, also on the eastern side of the map. Just kind of picture this featureless dark wasteland to the east to be more featureless barren wasteland as we kind of see here in front of us, minus the giant clockwork gouge that is predominantly present. If you're not familiar with Roll20 setup here, we're going to have you roll your initiative, click your token, make sure it's selected, and then open your character sheet, click the initiative button. Sarah, Nicole, same thing for you as you are joining into this combat. And then,
You want me to re-roll initiative?
I don't think I had you in this one to begin with, so yeah.
I know I played on this map. I think what happened... Sorry, I let go of the button. What happened was when I think you ended up canceling the one session that I was supposed to not be at, but you had removed me ahead of time because you were supposed to be doing the Sheston still or something.
That sounds like me.
Because I remember being there when Tyrant got thrown through the portal.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. So yeah, I guess I did remove you last session when we were anticipating playing, and then all of a sudden it turned out we wouldn't. If you do remember your initiative, we can just pop it back in. Otherwise, yeah, please re-roll.
I think it was 4.18.
Oh, geez. Well, there's honesty for you.
I mean, I would have just re-rolled. I mean, mine's a 3. Like, come on.
Right? I'd have been like, I
feel like she should get inspiration for being honest.
Right? I just asked Sarah Nicole, do you remember what your initiative is? And the response should have just been...
Well, that's okay. That means that I need to put the tiebreaker stuff in for my initiative.
Excellent. Who is it that has the Raven? It's Mike?
Yep.
Alright, so there we go. I've got that linked. It should be saving now. I will drag the Raven into our party folder. Of course, feel free to rename it as you like. Otherwise, standard familiar roles, I believe the Raven goes just after the controller's turn.
Usually, yep.
And then I'll need to find a spider as well. What was that? I missed that little bit.
Please name your Raven Cawson.
Oh.
Or Cotter.
I was actually going to go with Nyx.
God, you're that kind of edgy. Gotcha. Nah, not a bad name.
Spider, spider, spider. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, monster, giant spider, ruin spider, balloon spider, spider thief, phase spider, spider of Lang. Oh, those spiders of Lang. If you have never fought those, consider yourself lucky. Those...
I swear they have every other spider besides just a spider.
There it is. Spider, tiny beast, unaligned. That's the one we want.
Is there a Spider-Man?
There is, but I have to access my Marvel RPG archives. We did
Can my
have...
spider familiar bite Crag and become Spider Crag?
Spider Pig. Spider Pig. Yeah, we did have
Okay,
in
who just
today's
did the
earlier
perfect
session.
Homer Simpson impression?
That's your GM. Here's good news for Homer Simpson.
So, you had mentioned something about a Jedi,
That
And
is John. John's playing the
and-
Jedi.
and you were
I'm
talking
a
about
Jedi.
the 5th ed books. Is that the one that has the Jedi Consular in it and all that?
Yeah.
I love the Jedi Consular when you can go the subclass that allows you to have the floating lightsabers.
It's absolutely wicked when done right.
Nice.
I gotta ask, just out of curiosity, if for some reason Cragrak dies, can I play a character from Mass Effect 5th Edition?
I may consider that.
I can be a Krogan.
Oh, I fucking love the Krogan.
Prepper.
Oh man, I need to go back and play
We need
those.
a
Just
gun.
like I think every game I've bought in the last 5 years, I've spent like an hour and a half with. Well, most games I've spent about an hour and a half with, and then they just go on the shelf, including the remastered Mass Effect.
And that hour and a half is just character creation.
For sure. Well, mine tends to be easy. I'm just a bald white guy, so I'd just be like, that looks close enough. Let's go. I don't really fuck around with hairstyles and shit.
I feel like I'll get made fun of. Okay, I just want to ask people's opinion. If you've played Mass Effect Andromeda, what's your opinion on it, honestly? Because I think it's overhated.
haven't played
Overrated.
it.
Overhated.
Oh, gotcha. That would be my understanding. I've never played it. I own it and am eager to play it, like many of my other games, but that's kind of the impression I get, is that it just seems to get a lot of hate for really no reason anybody can explain.
You're not Shepard. That's literally it.
I enjoy it.
It was like when it
Oh.
first came out, it was glitchy, but they've fixed it.
Oh
Then
my
again,
God.
when I was playing games and games were glitchy, I didn't bitch about it. I laughed.
Sure.
It was nothing funnier than playing Skate 3 getting launched into space because you had no
Embrace the glitches.
Yeesh. The spider is loaded in very slowly. It's working for me here, mainly because I have all the character sheets for all of these monsters on the board open at one time, so that's why my Roll20 is just going so slow. But ideally, this
Would it
will
be
be the
safe to
last...
assume that Cragrak can have Mage Armor and Armor of Agathis?
You do see this coming from a distance away, so as long as those are stackable effects, abso-friggin-lutely. Okay, so Spider has been placed into your journal. You now have access to the token and the character sheet itself. Of course, feel free to rename as you wish. I've got you set up right there. We got our initiatives for all three of you. Nope, just one so far. Looks like it is...
Aubrey.
Oh, that's right. And then I need to... Sarah gave me hers. So Delcy is going on a 40.
Did you want me to just like? No. Wait, money. I
40.
could have lied.
Alright, so we've got that. We've got Aubrey just behind that. I don't know how on Roll20 it allows you to do the set decks as tiebreaker thing.
I just got a nat one.
Under the
in my
gear,
initiative.
if you go into the gear icon, there's an actual option for it.
I don't use D&D Beyond. I'm just I'm
No.
just kind of wondering for your sake.
Like, I lied. That was a 5. I thought it already added the 2.
Oh, goodness gracious, bodacious.
So what you do is on the character sheet, you go into the gear beside spells in Roll20, And then under initiative, there's a little checkbox that says add dex to tiebreaker to initiative.
Yes.
I just hadn't had it rolled, or I didn't have that set yet.
Oh, gotcha. I understand the. I understand the misunderstanding. Now. So am I reading this right? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. So it's all of my turns, and then all of your turns. The way we've rolled the initiative. All of yours are 5 and below, and then all of mine are above that.
My initiative
Yeah.
is always awful for some reason.
Goodness. If I had known that,
You.
I'd have just played out my turn earlier today and saved us a few minutes. All right, well, let's start off here. First and foremost, we have the Stalker of Baphomet. This frickin'... Yeah, look at it, look at it.
I do actually have a quick question. Is it dim light in here right now? Bright light or darkness?
We are outside, and it's about late afternoon. There's some pretty thick cloud cover. It's pretty dim, but definitely not dark.
Beautiful. Just helps me decide what spell to use.
Sure, sure. Let's get... Oops. Oh yeah, until we start killing some of these things, my roll 20 is just going to be a little slow. That's how beginnings of these mass combats just tend to go.
You can work on my essay while you take your turns.
Hey, there you go. I have finished my thesis.
I was gonna play
You care
Sudoku.
if I eat while I'm doing this?
The entire group's like, do you care if we multitask while we wait?
Well, you just let us know when it's okay for us to play, please. Hey, some of this might affect you. We're not all attacking each other.
All
but
I'm
there's-
saying, I'm just eating. I'm still paying attention.
I'm still paying attention. I'm just
We
also
got
writing
this
about
essay doing
my
college stuff,
sources.
being a responsible adult.
Sure, sure. Let's see. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area. Yep. So it looks like if someone were to fly through the reverse gravity, it would still seemingly take effect. Because unless you're anchored to the ground, it can potentially disrupt your movement.
Okay.
Please do not reenact
So,
the death scene.
what
from
if you
Treasure
fall-
Planet.
What if you're flying upside down? Because then the gravity would be above you.
That's not how gravity
not
works.
I know.
Which way is north? Up.
Which
All
way
right.
is up?
So, coming into the fight and everything else, I would have the blade singing set up. I would have a shadow blade called out and my mage armor on.
Fair enough.
And I did upcast it at a 3rd level spell, so it does 3d8 damage instead of the 2d8.
Nice. And we'll take this nice and slow here, as each of
We're all
our
gonna die.
combatants make their way into position, with the 2 nearest foes to it currently suspended in midair. Hey, 12-6. I know that day. The Stalker is going to move to the edge of the clockwork break here, and it's going to roll number 9. Challenge rating factored in. Yes, it will. Okay. So I think this is only the 2nd creature to get this going. Oh boy. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, for crying out loud. That's not what I wanted to do. Haste. There it is. Okay, so the Stalker begins communing, would be your best interpretation of it, as it positions itself Right there. Oh crap! I keep moving the reverse gravity. Got to switch the layers. Uh-oh, and now it's gone completely. That's what we want.
I'm okay with that.
Now the stalker falls, right?
Ow! Let's go to the back. There we go. Alright, so there is a prismatic effect that is swirling around the demonic creature here as it begins communing with the clockwork break. And those of you who have been drawn here seemingly by magnetism, or those of you who were tasked to come here to this site, likewise, you can kind of feel like this is what you want to do. You're not sure why, but just interfacing, praying, interacting, whatever, with this break in the planet's crust here is somehow going to get you to the next stage. Next stage of what? You're not sure.
Don't hurt my reindeer.
Next up, all the way over here. This frickin'... Yeah, this is an archfiend, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this is a high denizen of the Nine Hells, and apparently one of the watery levels of the Nine Hells. Strange as that may sound, they're not all fire. One of them is in fact all ice.
Fire, water, burn.
Yes, indeed. We don't need no.
Is that why
more.
people say cold as hell?
Yes, indeed.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'd rather stay in scorching hot temperatures than freezing.
Grass is always greener. I'm here in Las Vegas, so once we get to like May or something, I'm just like anywhere but here, please.
It's currently snowing for the next 8 hours in Maine.
Just an update, the 49ers ended up winning 31-34.
Oh my goodness! Niners,
Who could
baby!
have think that was gonna happen?
Oh, great. Niners and Chefs. Here we go.
Squeeze me.
When's someone gonna bring the Browns to the bowl?
Yeah, for real.
Literally never.
Yeah, Browns versus Jags would be
When's
another
someone
good
gonna
one.
bring the Bills?
Yep.
I don't know. I bring the Browns to the bowl almost daily.
Oh boy. So yeah, this thing is pretty tough. It's going to...
It's also up at the top of the gravity well, right?
It is.
So are they able to
Don't know
move
if
while they're
it-
up there?
I don't know if it gets like a save. What is this? Any object, something there for the duration. At the end, it does that. So yeah, its options are certainly limited.
Would that other thing have been able to, the whatever Bahamut? Or it's the one that saved, right?
Correct. Yeah, this thing is in fact going to hold an action, or rather ready an action for if something happens.
Gotta keep holding.
Alright, that will bring us over to the Eidolons, and there are many of them scattered around the board. They are undead. And really, they only have one move, which I think they have all done against our existing targets on the board. So really, the only danger they present is against the two newcomers. And yeah, sure enough, all the way down here on the southern side of the board, there are two of them close enough. One of them is gonna move over 30 feet. As will this one up here, provoking an attack of opportunity from Orkel's foe. To resolve that, that one may not even make it.
He's not gonna make it. No.
Holy
he ain't
moly!
gonna
Gonna
make
make it.
Good!
He ain't gonna make it anymore.
Okay.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah, so it needs to roll a con save.
KO. Perfect.
Con save is a mighty 10. So 37, 43 points of damage. This undead can withstand that. Not happily, however. But that also means that it gets to right about there, and then it just kind of has the birds and the coo-coo, coo-coo sound going at this point. So that will just end its turn right there, and the one that got close enough is going to Divine Dread. And each creature, really all we're talking about is Aubrey, Cragrak, and their familiars. Potential frightened effects here. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I did take the Ring of Protection. I thought I said that earlier.
Gotcha.
Instead of
gotcha.
the Breaker.
Sure.
I'm glad I didn't summon a familiar.
That explains why Pix's token was off the board in the Wasteland area, because she failed that save and started running away last game.
Yup.
It was really funny.
And that is where she is currently now. You guys just kind of see her running off into the distance like Wile E. Coyote. A wisdom save +1. Ugh.
No, Mike.
Well, that's an awful beginning. How about Cragrak's wisdom save there? No way! What's your bonus? You should be able to just click the button on your character sheet. If you hover your cursor over the sheet, you'll see like how everything kind of lights up.
He has no wisdom.
Oh man, no wisdom bonus, so an 11 and
That's a
an
14.
11.
He has advantage on saving throws. With the Ring of Protection.
Oh!
Wait, Tyrant just hopped in.
Yeah, Tyrant's joining.
No, we say no to tyranny. I can't English.
Ring of Protection is +1 bonus to your armor class and saving throws. I don't think it gives advantage. Based on the text here.
Oh, I misread that. That was my fault. So I was a 12.
Gotcha. So both of you are just ah! And I think the more appropriate
What a way to welcome to the table.
right? You guys just rush to this site, you're drawn
Hello?
by magnetism, and all of a sudden,
Can you hear me okay?
yes indeed.
Okay, I must have been hitting the wrong key. Does my Raven just use my own saving throw? Because I don't see one on the Raven sheet.
If there's no saving throws, you would just click the attribute itself. So the wisdom score. Yo, Ted, what's going on, man? Ugh, gosh.
Switching to PC right now.
Show.
All right.
Welcome
I
back.
failed.
Good to see you. Chiefs versus Niners. All right. Hey, the spider is the only one who's just like, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
The
My
spiders
spider
get
give me
to
the
chill.
help action so I can get advantage on the roll.
Do what now? We're
Hey,
with
just
the who?
come up here with Oracle.
Can my spider give me the help action so I can get advantage?
It can, but it needs to have its turn in the initiative for that to happen.
Okay.
As this is a reaction on somebody else's turn, we've not yet had the opportunity. I'm going to throw some frightened icons on your characters here to track effects. It can be real easy to lose track of that stuff. If you're unfamiliar,
I would love to run up to Oracle, but unfortunately we have to run away from the Eidolon.
That's correct.
Man,
and
what a start to the game, guys.
That would be this one right over here. So yeah, you guys will basically be running away in an easternly direction. That is it for the Eidolon. That'll bring us over to Jiang Tan, who is chilling out. Also suspended in midair. And this guy right here is just all torso. See what kind of options we have available. Nope.
Hey, Rosie.
Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, this thing is just completely flailing around helplessly up there. There's not even any point in held or ready to action because it just really can't do anything. So up next is our Thrumarin.
Reindeer!
Our dog reindeer creature, and good gracious, that thing is huge. The Thrumarin is going to attempt... No. Yep, it is also just helplessly suspended up there, unable to do anything. That'll bring us over to our Cactus Drake. That's right, I said it. And it is, up until now, the only creature, or the first creature, who was able to begin communing with the Clockwork Break here. And this will be its second round of doing so.
But that's a good cactus, right?
You don't get any malicious vibes from it. It's not like eyeing you with any paranoia or anger, so it gives off a friendly.
More of a Switzerland.
It's a good cactus.
Up next, we have our Deathlock White, the results of what happens when you take Warlock levels without really considering the long-term implications. You are giving yourself to somebody else, and they will own you one day. More than likely, and that's what happened to this poor sap right over here. Also, one of the few caught in the reverse gravity who made the save. So this thing is going to... Nope. That's useless. Wow. It's got a clear path, so it's going to go for it and attempt its own communing. And that is successful. See if my paste is still... Yes, it is. Alright, we got another one going here. That'll bring it over to the Chul, who, there was a brief flash of where did Tyrant go. He was slingshotted over into that direction. And then he was gone, and now he's back!
Yeah, is that portal still there, or...
I would say yes.
Dope.
And, Ted, you with us?
It's whatever you said push to talk as. Go into your gear icon by your name and go down to voice, and you should be able to see it.
All right, we got friends showing up late, but better late than never. Absolute. Give it a few more moments here before we proceed with the next tick of the initiative.
Okay.
He found it.
I'm alive.
Hi.
Howdy,
It's
stranger.
alive, alive.
I live. Okay, what's going on? Sorry. All right. Where was
What's going on?
I live. I'm so die.
All right,
Oh, I
so
didn't.
we are still very much in the same situation as we were last session. Pix is frightened and running away from the scary Eidolon right over here.
God damn it.
Tyrant was portal slingshotted over into the Chull's face. The Chull is about to take its turn, but since you got here just in time, we will put you back in the initiative where you were. It'll be your turn, and then the Chull's turn. Otherwise, we have new allies, presumably, approaching from this direction, and no sooner did they arrive on the map than this Eidolon scared the bejesus out of them, and now it looks like they're about to join Pix in retreat over there into the dark wastelands over there. So for right now, Ted, you are up, and go right ahead.
All right. Cool beans. Glad to be back in this violent action-packed thing.
Heck yeah, man. Good to hear your voice.
So with that being said, I can't remember what I was planning on doing last time. Oh man, it was. I believe I was gonna cast Sleeping Death upon it.
Okay. I know you were also working with Niles last session too, who's no longer here, so I don't know if that changes anything. I think you did what you were gonna do with him, though. I think you just needed him to get you here.
Yeah, we were combinating. We were communing.
Let's see. Your touch does this. You got to make a melee spell attack. Did the Roll20 give you a spell attack block for that on the front side of the sheet with your other attacks?
It gave me Hand of Doom.
Gotcha. I would guess the modifiers for that would still be the same, so go ahead and click that, because we just need to see if you're hitting the armor class. Target is... Oh, dear God, much higher than an 8. Ouch. Well, that could have gone better. So on a hit, that happens. On a miss, just nothing. So that's your action. You still have your bonus and your movement.
Let's see here. Is there an option to be terrified?
I'm not catching your meaning.
My bonus to, for the rest of my life, just be scared that I just missed my only attack.
Gotcha. That's entirely up to you, buddy.
Tyrant will currently curl up in a ball in this turn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Okay, so before the Chol gets its action in here, let's get back to the correct spot. Oh my god, Pix actually gets to go first here. Before the Chol, of course, your action is just spent running away. So, I'll help you with that. What's your movement speed? Is it 30 or is it 25?
30.
30? Alright, so Pix goes bolting off in this direction. And at the end of your turn, you get another wisdom saving throw. DC is 15. No way! What is that?
A 7.
Ugh, even if you added those together, it still doesn't make a save. Goodness gracious. I guess going forward, note to self, target this group's mental defenses. Alright, so that is Pix still running away. That brings it back over to the Empire of Chul here. And it is gonna... attempt a pincer attack on Tyrant. Oh dear God. A 21 to hit. Its second pincer attack is a 19. And looks like your armor class is what?
I believe it's 18. I don't know, let me look at it again.
Yeah, that's correct. Unless your character sheet has other things that your token is not showing, which is possible. Don't always rely on the token, especially once you get to know the character better.
Yeah, it's just 18.
Looks like both of those will hit, and that's going to dish a total of 19 bludgeoning damage, as well as initiate a grapple. You will need to spend an attack on your turn to attempt to break free of it, or kill this thing, or maybe it'll just release it of its own accord. Multiple ways to get out of it, but the standard is to spend your action. Otherwise, that is it for that creature, and that brings us over to everyone's favorite old school D&D monster, the Catoblepas. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this thing is just not a pleasant thing to look at. It's stinky, it's vile, it's loathsome. A conglomeration of a bloated buffalo, dinosaur, warthog, and hippopotamus. It is very awkward in its movements. Definitely, you would guess the combination of some old magical experimentation once upon a time. It is suspended up in midair. Within 30 feet of it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of floating right up there next to the... or no, it's floating up above that, but it is floating 30 feet away from the big Thrumrin, so it's gonna throw a death ray in that direction as they are both floating up here. That's a con save from our potential ally. And mighty 11. That sucks. Oh my god, 44 points of necrotic damage. And no resistance, no vulnerability. Thrumrin will take all 44 of that. And a significant chunk of its HP is now missing. Catoblepas has used its rechargeable. I usually use the little purple dot here to indicate that it no longer has access to that. And that'll bring it over next door here to the Voidling, another creature that made its save. Before that, though, I keep meaning to go back to this legendary interrupt from our friend all the way up here. And it's going to use all three actions in one interrupt here. One creature within 60 feet, a wisdom saving throw, or be stunned. until the end of its next turn. And let's just get some measurements here. Ground level is no good. Alright, it's either the Thrumrin or the Catoblepuss.
You were saying the ground level is no good, but they're 60 feet up in that cylinder, or is it 100 feet up?
I thought it was higher than 60, but let me check.
It's 100 foot high, so yeah.
It
they're
is,
too
yeah.
high.
So yeah, it looks like the only targets within range would be the two floating up here with me, although is Jingtan? Yep, Jingtan is also within 55 feet. And then the Bard, just to the west of that. Scroll down here just to get an idea of that. But this thing's natural inclination is going to put it against our Thrumrin friend. Evil attacking good. Wisdom saving throw from the Thrumrin is going to be... Yay! Success! Screw you, Interrupt. Alright, so now over to the Voidling. We are inching ever closer to your turns. Thank you so much for your patience here. I know these big combats can be a drag as much as they are exciting. Okay. What's happening, dude?
Hey, go away.
It's an Oracle sandwich.
Indeed. It's going to just get right up in your face and discharge a necrotic burst. A 20-foot radius sphere centered on itself. Those in the area roll con saves. Looks like our AoE here would be Oracle, Delcy, the Yagnoloth that is also fighting Oracle, and the Eidolon on the opposite side. Oracle's like, fuck you!
Dude, I got money on that.
Hell yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Big money, big money, big money, big money. Get
This is
there.
not fine.
Oh,
This
natural
is not
one!
fine, John.
That is exactly what John wants right there.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot.
It only bothers you
You're
if it
welcome.
becomes real.
I like it.
This is
A
real to me.
2. Alright, so the damage is going to be... Bop! 31, less than the average posted. So that'll be 15 necrotic damage for Oracle and 31 for the other 3.
I'm sorry. It basically just killed me? Question mark.
That was a pretty nasty shot. I mean, yeah, that leaves you with like 19 hit points. Oof. Of course, the undead Eidolon is just immune to necrotic damage. The Fiend, however, the Yagnoloth, is under no such protection, so it will take all 31 of that for having rolled a natural... Wait a minute, this thing may have advantage on its save.
Did you just say there's an undead in here?
It sure does. Oh yes, these things... There's like 6 of them scattered around the board. These things are all undead.
Oh boy. Oh, the plan has changed.
Oh boy. The Yagnoloth, in fact, does have resistance. Advantage on its saving throw, so it gets a 21 instead of a 6. It'll take the 15 instead of the 31. Knock that off there. And that is a purple marker for the Voidling, who has used its ability. next tick in the Inish is the Yagnoloth, right on the opposite side. Yes. Alright, well this is some bullshit. First it's going to get a flank advantage attack on Oracle with its Electrified Touch. A 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, for 26 lightning damage.
Give me 1 second.
I don't wanna. While you're looking that up, it's going to use its second attack, its massive arm with the 15-foot reach to smack that Voidling on the opposite side of you as a fuck you for hitting me with that necrotic burst. And oh, a 15. I don't know about
I'm
that.
gonna use Disperse Force, which is a reaction to lightning damage. You said it was lightning, right?
Correct. Reaction to get resistance, is that what you're saying?
This power, I'll just type it. I'll just put it in.
Please do. Armor class of the Voidling is a 16, so it's a near miss there by our temporary ally. Reaction. Yeah.
Why
so...
couldn't you deal piercing damage?
So yes, reaction so that you can get resistance to that damage. That'll turn 26 lightning into 13. That is it for Yagnoloth, and that is over to the Jump Bird. Jump.
Hold on, it also did 5 temp HP, so I only take 8 damage. Just so you know.
Well, that's handy. Okay, so our bird, I mean, it can fly, but it is caught up in this shit, so that kind of screws that. Nothing to do there, nothing to do there. Yeah, it's just, it is stuck as well. That'll bring us over to our Deathlock number 2, who is positioned all the way up here. And nope. It will cast an invisibility spell upon itself. And do just that.
Bloop.
And then do something else after that, and that will close its turn out. And the final one of my turns here, before I can stop talking for a while and turn it over to you guys. It is our neutral lion, regal lion-ish friend here, who also seems to have some ram goats hybridization going on there. We got Tyrant right here on the other side, so
Please don't.
I think we're gonna test
No, it's gonna
our
use you for
luck here.
advantage.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, this is my lion now.
Felidar is going to... No. Yes, we're going to do a bite and a claw with advantage for flanking here with the enemy of my enemy, Schmerner. Chol is rocking a 16 armor class, so didn't even need the advantage for that, but thanks all the same. 34 points of slashing damage to it is going to leave the Chol in critical condition. If I can get the hit point bar to be responsive. There we go. Very few hit points left for this creature now. It is still grappling Tyrant, but the only thing mechanically that does is restricts your movement to 0. There's no attack penalties or anything in that respect. Alright, Cragrak, your first turn at the Role-Playing Unlimited table. Welcome. What you got? Running away! Ow!
I want to cast Mass Blade Ward.
I don't think you get the option to if you're feared. You kind of have to run away.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I was feared.
And I put a fear token on your spider, which I did not mean to do. It's supposed to go on the raven. The spider's the only one that made the save.
Look, spiders will kill things 10 times their size just to eat. You think they're scared?
Exactly.
They do kill birds.
I do get to make a roll to try to break out of fear, right?
At the end of the turn, correct. Yeah, here's
Alright, so now I'm just screaming, running in a random direction.
Right, you have to run away from it, so that would be east. And then you have to spend your action to take the dash. So you have to take a move and then a second move by the technicality of this. And then at the end of that, you get another wisdom saving throw.
Death is among you.
Did you just say death is a mongoose?
You're having
They
technical
are very
difficulties.
dangerous. Yeah. You're gonna see the dark side come out.
I'm sorry, did someone say dark side?
Oh yeah, just pay attention.
Dark side?
Star Wars or
Oracle's
DC?
going crazy right now.
Isn't that dark side?
Definitely DC dark side.
Hey,
That's a
look at
6
that.
wisdom.
So at the end of that movement there, you are no longer feared.
If only I could do an attack.
Alright, we will drop
I don't have any bonus. I don't have any bonus action spells.
Anyone need something from the ship? Yeah, bring me back some Twinkies, please.
You'll get ding dongs and you'll like
Yeah,
it.
Rose, you want to grab some health potions while you're at it?
Craig, bring alcohol.
A bottle of ale, please.
I mean, that
Toss
is
a
Some
a
band-aids,
feeling
tend to
somehow.
my wounds.
And
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
and Funyuns. Yeah, Funyuns.
Crag thing, Funyuns.
Funyuns sound so good.
You'll get Lay's and you'll be happy with it.
Aww.
You will get Fritos.
My favorite. Delcy, over to you.
Okay.
So I have.
Did you
I
say
have.
Fritos were your favorite?
What's
Yes,
wrong with
indeed.
Fritos, huh?
So
that was
I
a
have.
very weird take, but sorry to cut you off.
I have a spell that I want to use. I just need to. I would like multiple people's opinions because I'm trying to figure out if it's more like a cylinder that's up and down for its radius, or if it's like a coming out of my hand cylinder thing.
What is the spell?
Yes, my favorite spell.
Okay, so that one there is basically a cylinder that goes up and down with a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, it's
You
like
can
a
set it
fireball.
anywhere within 60 feet of you.
I'm trying to see if I can position it so the two monsters next to Oracle will be hit by it, but Oracle won't.
Nah, don't even worry. You can leave the guy below me. I got him.
Though to answer your question, yes, you could position it to hit just the two of them.
Right, like just kind of tossing it far out in the distance, kind of thing.
Put it up here.
If you target right there, what that'll do is that will hit both of them. But that's all that will hit with those. It will be those two.
All right, I will do that then, and I will click the button to do the thing.
Alrighty. Strength save.
Sorry, I meant to click the first one, so like ignore the second one.
So, I mean, there's no obstruction for it to hit going up, but I mean, there's no question falling down
They have
is
to
gonna
come
hurt.
back down.
There's no question about that, but it doesn't.
So it
Okay,
would
I mean,
basically
it's,
take the fall damage of 50 feet. along
right.
with the
It's
normal
basically
damage.
the standard that you would infer from that. So I guess the strength save is really just to avoid being tossed up, is what it seems like. All right,
And
so
it's to avoid being pulled to the center as well.
sure. Well, there's a shit. It's got this. All right, so an 18 on the Voidling, and then up next would be Mr. Yagnolathi.
I really don't like this Voidling. Gonna be real with you.
Also got that. Strength save for them is gonna be a loading 14. That's close. Is your DC really a 14, or is the possible things are not set correctly? I daren't open your character sheet, because if I do, then it's gonna be like a 5-minute freeze.
I'm not 100% sure because I haven't.
It should be
Where would I
8.
find that?
It should be 8 plus your character proficiency modifier plus your relevant attribute modifier, which in your case, what's your class?
Druid.
So it should be your wisdom modifier. So 8 plus prof modifier, that's on the upper left of your character sheet where it says proficiency,
Probably a 3.
more than likely.
3 for my proficiency bonus, and then it looks like my wisdom modifier's 3.
Damn, so it is
So yeah,
14.
14.
So it is set correctly. Okay, so both of them just make the save, and that is your action. You still have your bonus and your movement.
I believe they take half damage if they fail. I'm not sure though. Or sorry, if they succeed.
I was reading it, and I don't really see anything about what happens if they succeed. It just says they must make a strength saving throw, and then it only says on a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning. So it doesn't indicate clearly if there's damage done to them at all
Correct.
I guess
if
not.
they make the save.
I guess
Correct.
it's a save or suck.
Yeah, this is all or none.
Okay,
Damn.
so Delsey's gonna run away.
It makes sense, because if they're not tossed up, there's really no damage to take at all, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and
Give me
your
1
Ostamar's-
second, my headset died.
Well, I don't believe that. I can hear you talking.
I mean, I have a standalone mic.
Same here.
Sorry,
she's-
it was my AirPod. That's what happened.
No worries. Said she's moving away anyway, so we will pass it over to Aubrey's first turn at the Role Playing Unlimited table, who also got frightened.
All right, now I just have to run away from the creature, correct?
Correct, and then you must spend your action to take the dash action and do the same.
All right, Aubrey and her raven shoot 100 feet up into the air, and then I get to make my saves.
Alrighty. Yes, indeed.
Are you a spider?
Oh. DC is 15. Fail by 1.
That's all right. I'm now 100 feet away at least,
That is correct.
and so is my raven.
It's gonna slap
Your
some
raven's
wings.
not going to try to eat me, is it?
There we go. Slap some wings on your character there to indicate the three-dimensional distance there, and we will pass it over to Oracle for the final turn of round 1 here. Some long combat rounds here, absolutely, but we're getting there.
All right, baby. I'm gonna use just my regular Claymore Saber attack with 1 Force Empowered Strike.
Okay. It's going to reaction nothing. That will hit. 16 damage. It can survive that.
All right, then I'm gonna do it again, but with 2 Force Empowered points.
Alright. Oh, for Pete's sake, come on. Are you a Roleplaying Unlimited Twitch subscriber?
Yes, I am.
You get your inspiration each week. Do you want to turn that devastating miss into a devastating crit?
Absolutely.
Well, then that means this thing is banished from this plane, more or less. As a fiend, it just goes back to the 9 layers of hell and is removed from the initiative. There's 1 down.
I sense the power within this one.
And because I just killed an enemy, I'm now going to use my bonus action to attack the guide lever.
Oh, fancy. What you got? What you got? Oh, that is a hit. 16 radiant from the lightsaber. What the hell? There it is. Got it. Just pierces right through that aberrant flesh there, slices a few of its tentacles off, and doesn't even really seem to care in response.
But that's it.
Alright, well, we will send it over to the next tick of the initiative here. Next round should move a little bit smoother, but it will be on the other side of our halftime break here, friends. We're going to step aside for 10 minutes or so, stretch our legs, get a cup of coffee, grab a snack, grab a smoke, whatever you got to do, and we will see you then. Are you with us?
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Heck no.
The barbarian
Yes.
is
What a
running
gun
away.
Stone Cold said
Hi,
so.
Rosie.
Hi.
How are you?
Sleeping.
I messaged you. I was like, "Are you okay?"
What?
I was sleeping.
What?
I was so worried.
I had to wake her up.
What?
You were sleeping too. I don't even want to hear it.
I'm in danger.
I would pay money to see Stone Cold Steve Austin play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
I want to
if you
do
think about that, could you imagine
the rattlesnake.
Vin Diesel, Joe Manganiello, or whatever the hell you want to pronounce his last name is? I always have issues with that one. But yeah, him and Vin Diesel, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Henry Cavill, all at the same table.
The Rock.
I would
The Rock there too. That would be
if
fun.
it's just WWE characters, it's got to be Stone Cold, John Cena, The Rock, and Rey Mysterio.
So would John Cena be a rogue or a wizard that can cast invisibility?
It would be an illusion wizard.
An illusion wisdom.
I will
invisibility. You can't see me.
I will say, if my Storm
The Rock
God's
would
Doom
be
had
a
actually
bard.
hit,
It would be a
it would have. If my Storm God's Doom had actually hit, it would have done so. It would have done so much. It could have done so much damage. It could have done up to 24 damage.
I love the 10 or 25 extra HP that I didn't get to use.
I love the fact that I haven't been able to do anything yet because, as a artificer wizard, wisdom is not one of my saving throws.
Neither is mine, but I never have
Join-
wisdom negative because of
Join
perception.
me in the barbarian reign where I'm literally running back to the ship because of a freaking tiny. Oracle, I need you to kill the tiny thing. Because it.
Tiny
Why are
thing.
you just being like an elephant in an old cartoon where you look at a mouse?
How
It
about the
was
one below me?
I love the fact that I just like shoot her like a rocket up in the air 100 feet. It's just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Let's go.
Hey Oracle, can you kill that voidling so I won't die?
Well, I mean, considering I'm the only one doing damage.
Hey, I'm running
I
away.
am sorry that my spellcasting DC was not high enough.
If you were like 5 feet closer to me, I could have helped you.
I'm sorry that I couldn't choose where I could run to.
And I'm
Really
sorry we
never
didn't start
hit a
next to the
crit.
Oracle.
I have never hit a single crit in this game, in any of my tables.
Oh,
That first crit is gonna hit you like so with so much dopamine.
last
But
week.
what if I
we
never
were
get
playing-
it?
You'll get it.
You will. My favorite one was when I played a monk and I uppercutted a what was it? A Triton, not a Titan. Sorry, Triton's head clean off.
We were in a game last week, and between all the characters, the player characters, we had 8 critical hits, and my character alone had 5 critical hits, 2 of which were in a row, followed by a critical hit by one of the other players on Hero Forge. The DM was absolutely losing his mind about that.
Ramsey, look at the roll 20 chat.
I see it, yes.
She's on the way back to the ship. Does Dulcie need anything?
Dulcie doesn't know where her daughter is.
I mean, Oracle could use a snack.
So, by the way, at this point, Dulcie has adopted Rosie. Dulcie has adopted Pix.
So I gotta ask you guys' opinion. Do I have Kragrak talk in third person like a Neanderthal, or is he a refined goblin since he's a wizard?
What was his intelligence again?
His
He's a
intelligence
goblin?
is he's a goblin.
Oh my god, Pix
What's his
is gonna be
intelligence?
ecstatic.
What?
What's his intelligence?
15.
He would
then
talk
no.
normal.
You talk normal.
Okay. No, I just
was-
didn't know if we would do traditional goblin. Hey, I'm Kragrak. I cast thunder spell thing.
Once you hear the way that Pix talks, you're yeah.
What were you saying about Kragrak being a goblin?
Pix is a goblin. She's gonna be so excited.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Kragrak will
So
absolutely.
Pix is
feels like
Pix is afraid of small things.
I swear to God, if your character hates goblins.
Afraid of small things, are you?
No.
Pix is afraid. She's
Pix is
afraid of fairies.
Of tyrant. Pix is terrified of tyrant.
To be fair, he magically appeared in our spaceship.
It would be a shame if someone has alter self.
Okay, so
And
you guys are on a spaceship,
yes.
but I couldn't choose the wild spacer feat or background.
I think we're not technically on a spaceship, if that makes sense. We're it's kind of like a realm ship because we
I
go to
under-
different realms.
I understand that,
It's like the
but
TARDIS.
wild spacer is like an amazing background because it automatically gives you the tough feat and 0G adaptation. Which means, you know, that whole gravity well thing that's happening? It wouldn't have freaking affected me if I had to go into it.
Can I put a spell in the roll 20 chat and get someone to explain to me what exactly it means?
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Probably.
No one knows. You're shit out of luck.
With my luck, yeah.
If they fail to save, you knock them on their ass.
What it basically means is that as long as you keep up your concentration for that minute, each time after you've hit it with it, that you deal damage, it has to make that charisma saving throw, and if it fails, it falls prone again.
Which means advantage.
Thank you.
On melee attacks. On ranged attacks, it's actually disadvantage.
Teddy says it's a curse.
If I knock,
I'm
if I
debating
knock,
on making
does the
like
voidling have a butt to be knocked onto?
Probably
will-
not.
it falls on the air under its ass. Or butt, sorry.
There are certain creatures that are immune to the prone condition because of the way that their bodies are. For example, oozes.
Flame skull.
And I'm assuming because it is a massive tentacles that the voidling is probably one that has no prone, so to speak.
I can grapple it for you.
I'm just trying to find a way to make Delcy useful without her having to go completely defensive because she's dying.
Can you buff me?
I just realized when I moved, I could have given you flank advantage, but I didn't think about it.
So good news. Like I said earlier, I do have mass blade ward, so I can give us resistance on the next turn.
Resistance to what?
Physical damage.
I think if I get hit again by a voidling, I'm dead.
How much
You
health do you
should
have?
you should have a 3 potions of healing, greater potions of healing.
I know. I just forgot to use it.
I mostly focus my spells off of abjuration. I have a couple enchantment and illusion, and I have, I think, 2 evocation spells. And then I have cantrips that are mostly there for my damage.
Listen, I could heal you, but I'd rather use my force points to do massive damage.
Yeah, I need you to do massive damage to that voidling so I don't die.
I'll do massive damage to it with your body. Welcome
Listen,
to
if that first creature didn't survive my first attack, we'd been Gucci. But you know what?
I just want to say that I don't know what's going to happen if Pix sees Delcy go down.
Well,
I wish I could help. I'm just my character's
No,
too scared.
I know. I'm more.
As a barbarian, I hope you rage.
She has a trauma rage. Just wait for it.
She's just going to see Delcy drop, and it's going to be like,
All she sees is red.
Nobody's gonna survive that.
well, it's a good thing I have the sleep spell, I guess.
Good
And
thing
then
I have
I'm
a
100 feet away
hibernation
upstairs,
spell.
up in the air.
Prisoners used to eat lobster. Fun fact.
I feel like I should ask him if I can cast hibernation on myself.
Why do you
While
want
you're raging?
lobster?
Let's get back
Well,
into it,
She
shall
gets
we?
all angry and mad and falls asleep.
Hold on, I'm confused. Why does Tyrant want lobster now?
Because of the chill.
Also Zoidberg.
Can I,
Did you see me scuttling?
yeah. Hey, Daniel, can I ask a question?
Hell no. What do you think I am, a DM?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
The answer
Um,
is 37.
Yes,
So,
42.
can
What is the answer to life?
The answer to the universe is 42.
37 in a row?
42 is actually not correct because 42 still breaks down to 4.
What's the question?
Can hibernation be cast on oneself?
I don't even know what spell that is. Post it up. There's like so many spells now that a lot of them we just kind of see what they do when they're cast for the first time.
Because technically, you just have to touch a creature and hum and rub a bit of fur. I could do that all before I go to sleep.
You gotta rub your fur.
I feel like you're only supposed to do that in the comfort of your own room.
I was about to say the same.
Yeah, not a good thing to do in public.
Yeah, maybe.
feel like you have to pay extra for
Yeah, you
this,
probably
like-
don't want to fall asleep here. And plus, your actions are spoken for by the fear effect. It specifies you have to take the dash action. So while you could theoretically do that, you have to wait until the fear effect has expired.
Now, I do have a question actually about that, because you have to use your action to take the dash action. What if you have an action you can use as a bonus action?
Your bonus action is still free to use as you can.
Okay, just checking.
Our Stalker of Baphomet is going to continue communing with the Clockwork Break for the second consecutive round. And that'll pass it over to our Fiend Lord, our Archfiend over here, who tried to do something with the Legendary, didn't really get anything going. Readied an action for something that didn't happen. So it's just going to snarl in frustration, still held by the damn reverse gravity, and attempt hope that this ready trigger happens again this round. The Eidolons all activate. At this point, every foe on the board has made their save or failed it against the only offensive ability these things have, so their turn is pretty much moot. That passes it over to Tyrant. You are grappled, so your movement is 0. Otherwise, you can take your turn freely.
Perfect. I'm so glad that he has me grappled. This is a great situation we put myself in. All right, so with that being said, we're going to let my darkness seek out. So I'm going to cast... I don't know how to say that. But
Proselytize?
It proselytize. Yeah.
Oh, man, he's preaching. He's preaching!
By the holy demonic Bible book.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
an old priest and a young priest.
Not in that order.
I'm casting that so I can bring him down to a prone position.
Okay, our Chul needs to roll a wisdom save, and it gets a mighty... Wait for it. 7! What you know about 7?
Yes, sir.
Technically, prone, I guess, would jack with its movement, so I think that would break the grapple. So, in addition to being prone, you are no longer grappled.
And for my bonus action, I'm gonna summon the spirits. I can do 2 spells, right? It's a bonus action, so yeah, I can. All right,
As long as one of them is a cantrip, yes.
Oh, it's a okay. Yeah. I can work with this. I can work with this.
Will you cut that out?
We're gonna try. Hold up 1 sec. It's taking a minute to load.
You've had that
I'm
on
a
deck,
cast
didn't you?
shackle.
Oh yeah, our Roll20 soundboard is, or our Discord soundboard is set with some classics. I've got predominantly Arlie Ermy from Full Metal Jacket.
I admire your honesty.
Alright, so this is Cantrip. Fantastic.
You have the Bonnie and Clyde. Was it Bonnie and Clyde, or there's some kind of goofy like chase music from like the 60s or something?
Like the James Bond chase song? I do not, though.
When you say that chase music, I always think of Scooby-Doo, that as they run away.
Looks like this would also not qualify. It is a cantrip, but it's not a bonus action. That's why it always gets a little tricky trying to do 2 spells. It's
I'm trying to
possible,
think
but
of a
there's
song, but
limited
I can't help but think of Mario
possibilities.
Oh, man.
That's the Mario Kart song. I'm trying to. That song.
So what you thinking there, Ted?
I don't have a lot of bonus actions, so I'm trying to plan something.
Sure. Totally understood. Sometimes there's just not something to do with all 3 parts of the turn.
Listening to him plan this out is fucking hilarious.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end my turn right there.
All right. It has no reactions thanks to your spell, so if you want to take this opportunity to run away from it, you have a free window to do so where it can't attack you. Otherwise,
Tyrant
you can
runs
stay
from
here.
nothing.
All right. Yep. Stay as you are. We will send it over to Jing Tian, and likewise, still trapped in this reverse gravity spell, and there's a lot of middle fingers at the top of that reverse gravity spell being thrown in this general direction.
Was it the tentacle thing that did that?
The Voidling is the one responsible for casting reverse gravity. I don't know if it might have gotten lost in the text chat there, but during the 10-minute break, I rolled a con save for its concentration because John did hit it the one time. It made the concentration check, though, so the reverse gravity is still in play. There it is right there. Yep, just chilling out there for the next minute. This spell is broken! Help! That'll send it over to Thrumrin, also caught in the same boat. Nothing changed since last round. And our Cactus Drake over here completes its third consecutive round of communing, and it vanishes. You kind of catch a glimpse of essence, might be the best way you would describe it. Moving from where the Cactus Drake last was and descending gently into the Clockwork Break right there. And that will remove the Drake from, love the Drake, from our initiative for the time being, sending it over to the Deathlock White, who is right here and in the second round of communing. That'll send it over to Pix, who, again, your only move really is to continue rushing to the exterior of the board.
Did I do it?
Yes, you finally did. It's a good news, bad news situation. You finally make it to the edge of the board, and you're out of breath after having run as far as you can in this short distance. And good news that you made your save, because at the next square over from you, another rend in the earth begins to appear as the earth quakes violently before you, prompting a dexterity save from you so that you are able to stay on your feet. Go ahead, roll that. Excellent. So no damage, no loss of stabilization. You do not fall prone, but you would not be able to move any further east on ground anyway, now that this rend is rapidly widening before you. And by the terms of the fear, if you had not made your wisdom save, being unable to move, you would then be stunned, just stuck there, paralyzed, unable to do anything. So you're free to move going forward, and behind you, it looks like this planet is coming apart even more.
Great.
And that'll send it over to the Chul, right over here. Well, it's going to have to spend half of its movement to get back to its feet. And it is surrounded, so it's going to insight. Damn, you broke the grapple. Alright, it's going to send one pincer over to each of you. First against Tyrant, it is a... Damn, another hit! Ow! And
Are you kidding me?
The second pincer is over towards the lion creature, a 22. It's got both of you grappled. It can do that with its massive grapply claws.
Can I use my reaction to cast shield on him?
I think shield is only on you, if I'm not mistaken.
Shield is a self-target, yeah.
What's... Oh, am I thinking of then?
Potentially silvery barbs. Which, just a side note about that spell, it is legal at Roleplaying Unlimited. I know a lot of GMs ban the spell due to annoyance. It is an annoyance, but sometimes that's just part of the system, so I don't get banning it outright. The compromise
They ban
that
but they don't ban bars for trying to screw dragons left and right.
Yeah, exactly. The compromise that we settle on is you may have the spell, but only one character may have access to it in the party at any given time. So, for example, if 2 of your characters in this party have it, you need to decide by the session like which one of you is going to be using it, so we're not spamming it over and over and over, kind of thing.
I have
We
it.
would
That's a
never
good
do that
system,
for-
though.
I have
That's a good
silvery barbs.
system.
So does anyone else have silvery barbs?
I don't have my cantrips are literally the. No, I don't.
I'm a Dark Lord, of course not.
Okay, good. Then I guess
I-
I'll be the one using it.
As a cantrip, I have
Unfortunately,
the
can't reach
can.
at this range, I don't think.
Damn. Yeah, it's a cool spell. I like it. Reactions are few and far between, so are bonus actions. So anytime you have options like that, I like to try to find ways to keep them in. Yes, but kind of thing. So Chul has completed its turn, got 2 attacks. That'll pass it over to the dreaded Ketobelploth all the way up at the top over here. It is going to try to recharge its ability, because that's really the only thing it can do while it's held aloft. And lo and behold, it does! So it's going to do its Death Ray once again, a target within 30 feet. And that is going to be the Thrumrin once again, so a con save from it. Come on, you got a good con. Make the save this time. Excellent. Finally made the save, so it takes half damage of the 8. Die 8. I think I might have done that wrong. Oh, no, I did. Cool. So, Blackjack. 21 damage. It can take that. It is yowling in pain as it's trapped up here, and its hit point bar is rapidly approaching the bloodied status, perhaps one of the only good things to come out of D&D 4th edition. Voidling will take its turn. Alrighty, Oracle is up in my grill. I am going to...
Hey, you stepped up to me.
Did I? Well,
Poke him in the eye.
it's evil. It's gonna blame it on you anyway, because that's how it acts. Oh, it's gonna try its
fair
recharge
enough.
here. Recharge, maybe? Nope, no recharge. So,
I forgot I got a really funny cantrip.
Nice.
Wind Lash. I slap you with wind, knock you away 5 feet while doing damage.
Well, that's fun. Let's try this. Hello.
You can run away. It's okay.
There it is. It's going to. It's going to take the disengage action and fly up 30 feet and away 20 feet. So it'll kind of end up like over here roughly. And that will be its turn. And that'll send it over to Jub Bird, who nothing different from last time around. Oh, it's under 2 effects. It is frightened from the Eidolon, but before it could run away, it got caught in the reverse gravity spell. So it's just really panicked flying around up there. Up next, we have our invisible Deathlock, who is presumably somewhere up in the northwestern quadrant.
There's so much undead around here, but I got to deal with a lobster.
If only someone was a cleric.
What? My
The
mother was
undead
a
are mine
saint.
to command.
Alright. Alright, up next is our lion friend here. Perhaps it will finish off the Chul with a bite and a claw. Both of which will hit 25 damage. The first hit will kill it. The second hit will slash open its carcass. And the Chul is no more. 2 down.
Team Gryffindor.
Tyrant's free.
I can now be a menace to everything else.
The lion creature will... Oops, my bad. Do that and that. Alright.
I don't like the sign of insight.
It eyes Tyrant cautiously after finishing off the Chul. And then it begins to make its own way over to the edge of the break.
Oh, you're not gonna take me with you, Lion? Okay, that's fine.
Lion, oh, what are you doing, Snarf? Nothing.
My Digimon is leaving me.
Right now. Narf.
Snarf, snarf. That's gonna send it over to Cragrak's turn.
It's more the fact that I didn't expect you to freaking go snarf.
Could I have grabbed onto the lion?
It never passed close enough for you to do so. It purposely avoided entering your melee reach.
It knows.
Why does everything I touch run away?
It knows.
Why does everything I touch die?
I'm in danger.
Shut up, Ralph.
Shut up, Meg. So, what's Cragrak got going on? No longer frightened, but a bit out of position, perhaps.
He can't complain.
Oh, looks like Cragrak is loading back in, perhaps.
Yeah, I was looking to make sure all my spells did, so I knew if any more reactions. I'm gonna here's a shocker, guys. You're gonna laugh at this.
Oh.
I'm gonna use blast.
I'm sorry, you cut out partway through that. You're gonna what?
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast at the
most
darkness.
OP thing in the world.
Yeah, until you start running into people with counterspell, and then it's like, fuck! You took away my one good thing,
Stop
dude!
counterspelling!
I'll counterspell your counterspell.
And that's when you take Illusionist Bracers as a magic item, so that they counterspell your first Eldritch Blast, and you do it again as a bonus action.
Yes, indeed.
Are there guns in this? Can I just say parry this, you filthy casual?
Guns are very prevalent. Some people have firearms, some people have actual, like, Star Wars Stormtrooper blaster rifles that they've scavenged and put to much better use than our classic Stormies do.
Yes, there are guns, because my character has one on him. A pistol.
I have to ask, out of curiosity, if I take Pact of the Blade as a warlock, can I have that be a gun?
Like a gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII?
I would love to be Squall.
Well, that is not only my favorite Final Fantasy game. I know I'm in the 0.2% of Final Fantasy fans who
Not my
feel that
favorite.
way.
It's
Uh,
my
Not my
favorite too.
favorite. Definitely up there.
I
But
love
not only
Final
that-
I
Fantasy
don't
VIII.
believe you guys.
Not only that,
I don't
it's
believe
my
you.
favorite video game of all time.
My
I don't
favorite
believe you
Final
guys.
Fantasy is actually part 1, but
Oh,
I mean,
love it.
I gotta say, I don't like Final Fantasy IX too much.
It took me a while to get into that one. By the time I
With
finally
Noctis?
yeah.
No, that was 15.
Oh, 15? I've still not really delved into that one much.
You should. It's pretty good.
The Dawn.
Really good. There's a giant turtle in it.
Yeah, same thing with 16. I've played maybe like 2.5 hours of it. I'm playing
Oh,
Final
but-
Fantasy VI right now on stream because I wanted to go back to the classics.
I was actually going to stream Baldur's Gate 1.
Oh, nice.
I am playing a goody two shoes right now, and the next playthrough I'm absolutely playing Chaotic Evil Blackguard Paladin.
Oh, nice. So, what you got here for your turn, though?
My phone shut off, sorry.
Oh,
I'm using blast. I'm trying to see which enemy is closest.
Oh, gotcha. Closest looks like it's the choice between the two different Eidolons, but neither of them really seem to be a threat now that they've used their fear ability. They're not like getting up in anybody's face. They don't really seem to have any attack ability. They're just like these weird little undead statuettes that kind of float around very slowly.
Though I wonder if you squish the one that has the spear going off on some of us, if it would break the fear.
That's possible.
Can I hit an ally?
Hell yeah. I don't think the
And-
ally would take too kindly, but you can do
Well,
it.
I was going to hit Audrey and snap her out of her fear. If I'm getting names right.
You don't think that damage would affect the fear in this case, having experienced it yourself? You're kind of thinking they'll need the...
The enchantment would break it with outside force. Like if you were like charmed or something, I didn't know if it would work like that.
For sure. Yeah, your expertise enough with your at level 6, you're like, yeah, I don't think that would work.
Alright, cool. So instead, I'm going to Eldritch Blast the enemy right above Audrey.
The Eidolon up
Yes.
over here. Alright, go ahead, take the attack. This thing is rocking a mighty armor class of 9.
Alright, guys, I need your help for this one. Lend me your...
Or no, I'm sorry, they're not statues. They're like weird little spiritual kind of undead, but they do have something to do with statues that are just not here due to the planet breaking up.
I want to hug it.
It does bring up the question, do we have to go to the main break to start communing, or could we go to that smaller break that's to the right?
You feel the main break is what's needed.
I almost thought that was a nat 20. That was a 20 to hit.
Dirty 20. That will hit. Is your Roll20 character sheet not working? It should have Eldritch Blast already populated in there, and you should just be able to click the button.
Unfortunately, it is. I'm also going through the long loading times.
Heard.
Also, you only have a +2 to hit. With your Eldritch Blast, you have at least your proficiency bonus, which is 3, plus your charisma modifier.
True.
I didn't know if they used the proficiency bonus. I've been told before that spells don't use proficiency.
Yes,
Definitely
they do.
they do. Absolutely.
That's why your spell attack is your proficiency bonus plus your ability modifier.
Oh yeah, casters
All
should
right,
be able to hit just as prof as fighters and the like.
Alright, then it's a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, you're aiming for a 9, so your chances of missing were slim to none. Go ahead, hit that damage.
I think I hit it 2.5 times.
Sure,
Oh,
and you should have a second one of those too.
I have a quick question for you, though. You said you have a +3 to hit altogether. Does that mean you have no bonus to charisma as a warlock?
No. See, I have +5. It's 2 charisma, 3 proficiency.
Okay, well, when you rolled that d20, you rolled an 18, and
I did.
it added +2.
I didn't know that it added proficiency. So I didn't add the proficiency, I just added my charisma.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, manual addition after the fact, 23 still hits, and then go ahead, roll that damage, and then hit your second Eldritch Blast. I think you should have 2 of them by this point. Oh yeah, those illusion dispersers are pretty
That was
nasty.
great.
Oh, baby!
And yes, I love the illusionist bracers. They are amaze balls.
Can I
Heck
just
yeah.
look at it?
Yeah, Diego dropped those on me at one of the Sunday morning games for the first time with Eldritch Blast, and it was like, bam, bam, and then I'm going to do it 2 more times. It was 40-something points of damage. Ow! Initial thought was, wow, this is OP, and then I was like, no, cantrips are pretty low, and they can easily be counterspelled, so as long as there's always a counter to something, you just have to figure it out. So
Well, the
9
scariest part is the
4.
fact that with a blade singing wizard, if you take the
20.
magic adept or whatever it is, magic initiate,
Mm.
those eldritch blasts that you get, you can add your intelligence modifier at level 14 to it, as well as use that, still have an attack, and then use the bonus action to hit again with it.
Nice.
I did
Oof.
not know if you had me roll twice or if you just took the first roll and doubled it.
The way we do it is when you crit, your initial dice should be maximized, and then roll an additional damage die on top of that, because we've had way too many crits that do snake eyes for damage, and it's like, well, I've done better than that on a normal hit on a Tuesday.
Alright, so 14 damage for the crit then. And then
Sure.
the regular.
Yeah. That will actually be enough to finish that one off. So first kill there on the crit.
You don't scare Kragnook anymore.
And that is over to Delcy, who has... Oh, no, you didn't disappear. You're just further up north from there. And you see the Voidling getting closer to your position, but it's also floating 30 feet in the air above you.
Oh, well, that takes away me biting it. So I gotta reconsider. Give me 5 seconds. I had an idea and then I forgot that it was 30 feet in the air. Oh, hey. I'm gonna cast that on the Voidling, by the way.
I admire your honesty.
Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
So I clicked it and then I also added it for description if anyone wanted to know what it did. Mind you, I probably should have moved further away before I cast it.
Yeah, would have done more damage if you did.
Oh, DM, just so you
Yeah.
know, I got Repelling Blast for my Eldritch Blast. I know it didn't really matter now, but it knocked people away. Did not know if you needed that, sorry.
Well, with a crit, that makes it 13 damage at least.
Yeah, I mean, I got that going for me.
It doesn't make it the
Daniel
13
died.
damage, does it? Because it did the 5 plus. Oh, I guess yeah, it does because it maximizes the damage, don't it?
I really should have backed up though, because that monster is not immune to radiant damage, and if I could have moved so I was 95 feet away, I could have done up to an additional I can't do math. Up to an additional 12 damage.
I wish I would have known the crit roll though, because my damage would have been a little higher.
Go ahead and roll a die 4, though. You do qualify in that first category there.
Yep, because it is up in the air.
I was wondering why. I was like, I'm on mute this whole time. Oops. All right.
I thought you were just ignoring me, Daniel.
Now,
I'm like, no, I've been talking the whole time. Like, wow, that's cool. All right, we got this and this, and
She
nope.
did roll a crit, so does that mean that she does 7 damage in total with the extra roll?
So it's going to be 10 and then 3, so yeah, 13. And then the first die 4 is maximized, so that's 17. And then you roll an extra 3, so that's 20 damage total on the crit.
Nice.
Let's get that first and foremost, and then let's get that concentration check. Nope.
So everything falls.
So let's get rid of the reverse gravity. Alright, so at last, that is one less.
Is the reindeer in the gravity?
The reindeer, the Kotobupas, the bird, and the Zhang Tian.
And
All
the
of
abyss
them.
thing up above too.
Yeah, all of them are falling 100 feet. So that's, oh gosh, 10 die 6. Smashing to the ground damage. Oof! Alright, so the...
Can you tell me I didn't just kill the reindeer?
well, you did kill the dreaded Kotobupas, who that had 38 hit points left, so it just smashes to the ground and is splattered on impact. Dead, and that's another one out of the initiative. The reindeer can certainly survive another 39 points of damage, but that does bring it pretty much right there to the halfway point. The bloodied status for its total health.
Delsey's gonna yell an apology to the reindeer, by the way, because she made friends with the reindeer last session.
Let's see. Our next friend over here is also falling and taking some damage. Falling down. And the bird, that is the one benefit that it gets over all the rest of them, is it's able to catch itself in midair and not fall, and have an instant sigh of relief, and then look down to the ground and immediately see the source of its fear, and it's going to try to run away from that on its next available turn. Otherwise, looks like that's it for your action. Anything else there for your turn?
You forgot the abyssal creature up in the top left.
Sure did. Let's get that icon off of you. Does that thing have any way of saving itself? Well, it would help if I got the right character sheet. Alright, so that's, a burrowing speed I doubt is likely to be helpful in this situation.
I burrow through the air.
Exactly, I fucking dive into the earth and burrow into it so as to take no damage. No. Yeah, it doesn't have anything, so it's going to take the full, pretty much 40 damage as well, leaving it at, oh yeah, good chunk of damage taken away there as it comes crashing down to the stone.
So I can still move and also have a bonus action?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna move Delsey to be next to Oracle, and I'm gonna use a potion of greater healing.
All right. Bonus
You
action
get
house roll.
2 temp HP.
And if that will close you out, we will send it over to Aubrey's turn, who is up next. Flying up that way, still feared, and nothing really happening with the fear save. Are you missing your push to talk? I don't know if you're trying to talk and we're not hearing you.
Sorry, I did. I'm used to not having a push to talk option.
No worries.
So, yes, she flew up and she went up another 100 feet.
Ooh, all right.
That'll be the end of her turn because she failed her saves.
Gotcha. And final turn of this round, over to Orkle, standing 200-something feet below that. Is that Superman? You should have 3 potions of greater healing on your character sheet there, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, if they're not there, just go ahead and drag them to your sheet. There's no way you would have drank all of them in the last session. We only had 1 round of combat, so at most you could have drank 1. And you were at full hit points when we came in, so I don't even think you did.
All right, so that void ling is in the air, right?
Correct, 30 feet high.
Sorry, I'm checking what the Star Wars rules are for jumping, because I'm hoping they're better than the regular player handbook.
Did you take the force jump ability?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would imagine that would certainly help in a situation like this.
I think it says here force jump is a 30-foot jump.
Well, that's convenient. It's exactly what you need.
Well, force jump is to move to another space, and it uses my action, so I won't be able to attack if I use it. What I was looking at is force leap, which allows me to use my force casting ability instead of my strength score when I jump, and always count as having made a running start before jumping. So I wanted to see what the jumping rules are for Jedi specifically, just because I would think they could jump higher than your normal D&D character.
Sure. I don't know if it would make up that kind of difference, though. At best, I would imagine maybe twice as high, which even then, I don't know if that's going to cover 30 feet.
Until the end of your next turn, you can use your force casting ability score instead of your strength score when you jump, and always count as having made a running start before jumping.
Real quick, what is the roll for the greater potion of healing? Because I did add it to my inventory, but it's not letting me roll or anything.
44 plus 4, I believe?
Correct. 4d4 plus 4. Hopefully this isn't the spell. Oh, sure is. Not the jump spell.
So the force leap, I thought I had just read it out to you, but I must not have hit push to talk again.
You did. I read it.
Oh,
and
okay.
I also have it. So let's see. If I do 5, and it'd be 3, that would be 8.
So yeah, I don't know if it's the same in Star Wars here.
It'd only be, yeah, it is. It is. It's exactly the same.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to make it.
Right. Yeah, disregard the moving 10 plus feet because of your ability, but otherwise the rest seems applicable. I don't know, you got a lightsaber throw?
Nope, I never planned on losing my lightsaber.
Aww. Bad Jedi. You should have a Shoto for that kind of occasion.
See, that's
Yeah,
what the
I'm
floating
Sharisu.
lightsaber one is good for.
I like having damage, so.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, was that a seppuku thing, or
What's that?
where you said you should have a shoto for that?
No, it's a style of fighting for Jedis.
Well, it's like the short sword lightsaber version, like how Mara Jade would use like
Right,
the
no, I
blaster and the
thought-
short. Yeah.
I thought you were making a joke because he failed a roll. I was gonna.
Oh, gotcha. Your parry
I thought you said
lightsaber.
Shoto, like type of sword, and I thought you were talking about Seppuku.
Oh.
I was gonna fact check you and say that is actually a Tonto.
Oh, yep, you are correct.
I'm a nerd when it comes to history stuff like that.
I love it.
All right. So instead, then, can I just use my double movement speed or whatever to get to the chasm and pray?
Ah.
Do it.
Sounds like a plan. All right, go ahead and roll a d20 flat plus your proficiency modifier. Basically kind of using your force of self here to try to bond with this.
Well, apparently I don't know how to just type that.
/R space 1 die 20 plus 3 there. Alrighty. Another one joins the Chameleon crew. So you are 1 round into the process. Got your own little prismatic swirl going there as you feel an intense sensation of tingling. It's both terrifying and elating at the same time, as you've never experienced any kind of sensation like this before. But at the same time, you kind of feel like you're being literally ripped apart at the seams.
It makes me feel kind of funny, like when I climbed the rope in gym class.
Alright, so our stalker up here is next in the initiative and has completed its 3rd round of communion, and we know what that means, or we should, and there it goes. Its essence is indeed discorporated, and it begins to gently descend into the clockwork break. The prismatic sphere-ish effect there dissipates in the process. And there it goes.
I'm starting to feel like it's not a good thing to become one with the
We
planet.
should go in the hole. I don't think we should go in the hole.
Well, all of your insights are telling you otherwise, but of course, play it as you will. This thing is done. This thing is done. So no more ready to action. No more being held aloft. This thing is pissed. Alrighty. Which one of you guys just did that frickin' reverse gravity effect? You've just made yourself a very powerful enemy.
I love that Delcy unintentionally caused that much havoc.
Oh yes, now it will take advantage of its burrowing ability here and temporarily remove itself from the field of play here as it begins doing that and then doing that. And that will be its turn. The Eidolons we have already proven to be completely ineffective at this point. They're really just on the board because they're not going to go anywhere.
I would really laugh if that thing goes to burrow and it's all hollow underneath and he ends up falling into the construct anyway. It's flat.
Tyrant has seen better days. He has been grappled and squeezed to near death here. What you got?
You gotta press the push the talk button.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna grab onto the lion. Right? I want to grab the lion. Can I grab onto him without him noticing?
You can certainly try.
Stealth check.
He gonna die.
You gonna die.
I don't think we made friends with that lion yet.
Well, it
Nope.
did give you a cautious gaze as it headed over in a different direction.
You in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die.
Only one person can be the king of the jungle.
Better run to the jungle.
I'm in danger.
Oh, why am I in heavy armor?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
What the fuck is that?
A jelly donut. All right.
Chris, you're such
I don't think I'm stealthy.
Yeah, heavy armor. You're at a disadvantage there, so that's not good.
I forgot.
And its passive perception would have beat you even had you not been at disadvantage. So yes, as you approach, it turns and snarls and presents the best intimidation it is able to muster in the form of an 18. Effectively,
Don't yell at me.
stay away from me, is the impression you get.
Batman?
I fear no man or lion.
That's still just your movement, though, so you still have your action, your bonus action.
But that's it scares
Could I-
me.
Could I can I reason with him? Like, hey, I'm coming with you.
You can try persuasion if that's the route you're going. If you're trying to be deceptive in your offer, that would be...
I'm not good.
Oh, man.
Wait, wouldn't it be animal handling, or is this not like a literal lion?
Ooh, would it be animal handling?
It's not. This is a higher evolution, so to speak.
Wait, is it magical? Would you say?
I'm sorry, what?
Is it magical? Is it like, would it like have a higher thought process?
Definitely. Yeah, this beast has a distinctive celestial air about it. So this is like a heavenly being here, and it appears pretty pissed off now.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I stand by my actions.
I regret nothing. Well, that will take your action there, and that will bring it over to Xingtian over here. And it is likewise pretty pissed off at that Voidling, but that's a long frickin' way away. So, yeah, this place is coming apart at the seams, so we do not want to be a part of this for any longer than we have to. We're going to try our communion beginning here. And success. Need a larger aura for this dude. Excellent. All right. Finally to the Thrumrin that gets a turn for once.
It eats the death thing that's beside it. Concentrating, right?
think a little of that is in order. Oh! Goodness. Alright, well, that could have been better, but whatever. 20 feet. Yeah, it's just going to do this almost seemingly out of instinct as it falls to the ground. Half of its movement to get back upright, and then it slams its hooves into the ground. Only one creature within 20 feet, and it is currently communing, so it has disadvantage on its saving throw here. Does the white a strength saving throw? It's not good at all. And yeah, that's a 7. If we had done better on our wisdom check, it would have moved around to this angle and basically shoved it into the pit, as its wisdom check was not the greatest. We're going to stay where we are and deal the same 10 dice 6 that I just took. And that's going to be 31 points of damage there against the white. Thunder damage. I don't think it has any resistance. Nope. Push 10 feet away into dude right here, Vanna White. Ah! And as it is shoved away from the communing, that will end the communing process. And Jing Tian, we're going to see just how it responds to that. If it can keep the process intact. Oh no, it too loses the communion. It cannot keep the force of character required. And there goes that. So both of them lose their communing. And the Thrumrin has half of its movement. That's an action. So that seems to be it for it. It's just going to stay put right there. And the white is up next. It would have finished its communion had it not gotten blasted out of the way. So it is pretty ticked off at the Thrumrin now. It's going to launch a pair of grave bolts in its direction. Oh shit!
That's at disadvantage because it's got an enemy threatening it?
I assume our goal is to jump into the clockwork.
To begin the communing process, correct. Let's see here. Yes, yes, no.
Well, I guess that depends on whether or not that, what was it? The thing called with the face in the belly? Is it an enemy of the white? Because if it is, that would be at disadvantage for attacking while within melee range.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case in this instance.
Might have just saved the Thrumrin's life. I don't know.
Well, that will make both of those non-effective. We'll pass it back over to the far exterior of the map here.
I'm just gonna start running back, I guess, you know. So that's all I can do.
Yeah, you got so far away, it's going to take you a few moments.
Just listen to Delsey's voice calling to you from the distance.
This is all fucking Kung Pao right here. Chosen one! I'm coming! Chosen one! I'm coming! Alright, so as all you are doing is moving, that will pass it over to Voidling for its final turn of the evening, likely. And once again, no recharge. It is going to... I mean... It kind of has to. It's going to do another reverse gravity here. Oh, darn. Did not mean to do that. And this time the area of effect is more or less centered over this southeastern clockwork break here, so its range is sufficient to catch our entire party with a few exceptions. Aubrey, who of course is well above the top point of it by this point in time. And Pix, who is still well outside of it, rushing over to this area. Otherwise, this thing's probably not going to be alive for too much longer, I'm guessing. So without...
But it's also, if we kill it, it's gonna kill us.
Possibly, yeah. I think I should just get another token here, so give me 1 second. Just for visual accuracy. What the hell? Oh. Okay, nothing doing there. Alright, I think we got
So
something
how's the
here.
weather?
What's up?
How's that reverse gravity going?
Trying to find the appropriate token here for it. I think we got there, and Booyakasha! Let's set it to...
It's the Dust Bowl!
So there we go. That looks about right. Or no, that's not correct, because we're also not getting Oracle in the effect. This was the intended area right here.
I was almost safe.
So, yep, you are just on the exterior, as is, well, Tyrant's like 5 feet away. It does still reach out to here. So yes, Tyrant, Cragnak, or Cragrack, and Delcy.
Does it also hit the undead dude down here?
The Eidolon, absolutely. It'll be as ineffective up there as it is down here, like more than likely.
That's fine. As long as if we break that thing, maybe it'll drop and
Oh yeah,
break and break the spell.
definitely.
How are
Then
my
I might be
wikis
able to
working
do
in
something
this?
other than trying to run away.
And kill our entire team.
That's true.
So it's
Speak for
not
yourself. I
targeting
have
me.
wings. I can fly.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what you do for your saving throw here, Delcy.
Exactly. Even if you can fly, there was a bird that was trapped up there because, as it says in there, you're just kind of stuck there if you failed the saving throw.
But it's not targeting me.
Correct. Oracle is outside the effect, as is Pix. And
I just
Aubrey.
wanted to make sure.
Correct. Yeah, three members are caught in it, 3 are not. So dexterity saving throws, DC 15 from Delcy, Kragnak, and Tyrant. Nice.
I have wings.
Natural 20. Nothing doing. Oh no. I know Sarah's a subscriber though. If you want to use your inspiration this week.
I think I used it in the other session today.
Oh shit, did you?
I think, I'm not sure, because I know I don't remember.
I admire your honesty.
Well
I
then.
need to stop being honest about this.
So, well, without that, you're about to be higher than I am right now.
I do have a question real quick. Like, it obviously doesn't apply right this second, but with my class of Circle of the Wind, I have something called Feathered Form, but it doesn't say what it does.
Well, that's about the most unusual thing. Should always be
I'll take a look
description
and see if
for
I can
something.
find out what it does. Feathered form?
It's like, it's listed as like a feature or trait, so I don't know what it does. It doesn't, none of my features or traits say anything.
I don't have a Circle of the Wind listed here. Let me check and see if it's under the other UA maybe.
Kragrak unable to get into the Roll20 again. It's like they're here in Discord, but not in the Roll20.
I do not see anything for Circle of the Wind in the 5e tools.
Sorry, my Roll20 logged me out.
Gotcha. Oof. Alright, well, without further anything there, go ahead and roll the save when you get back. The bird is frightened, so all it can really do is move the hell away from that. And we're going to go in this direction because we're not trying to fly into that frickin' maelstrom up ahead. And this will pretty much take it to the edge of the map.
How
Well,
did I
there you
get
go.
two nat 20s?
Nice. Alright. And then it will roll a wisdom save at the end of its turn against the frightened effect, and it gets a... Nope, nothing doing. Still frightened. We have an invisible deathlock somewhere. However, there is no invisibility in this respect. So once it begins the communing process for itself, it becomes completely visible to all. It is at the far northern edge of the break. Took the last 2 rounds to just slowly make its way there.
There's the undead I want right there.
There we go. Post that. Got that. Yes. Excellent. Alrighty. Inching closer. So now our lion creature here is just all kinds of pissed and sees you as a threat to it possibly doing its communion. So it's going to turn on Tyrant there with a bite attack. Oh, a 10. Nothing doing. And a claw attack. Oh shit, a 20.
Ow.
For another 10 slash. And it
Well,
gives
that
you...
could have been worse.
Absolutely. It gives you the MGM Lion's Roar there.
Ow. That hurt. Luckily for me, I can heal myself.
Feathered form, like I just posted, just allows your wild shape to have a flying speed.
Yeah, I'm
makes
trying to
sense.
figure out what the wild shape is now because none of my abilities or anything say anything. It just says their names.
Do I get a reaction on that?
Not unless you have reach.
Are you not able to hover over your option on your character sheet and hit the chat bubble to get it to bring it up?
No, don't hit the chat bubble. Just hit the name. If you hit the name, it'll drop the info. If you hit the chat bubble, it'll.
I
put
can
it
try.
in the
I'm
chat.
used to having it. I'm used to having the little like eye indicator, so I can read it without having to drop it into the chat.
Yeah, just click the name of it.
All right. Well, what's Cragrat got for your turn here? Oh, logged out again. Yikes.
The map's acting weird for me.
Oh, yep, I got a major lag here as well. Trying to open another player character sheet here while I've got 9 others open. It's not working for me.
Hey, Daniel.
What's up?
Do you remember when I messaged you the one time because my information about it was just gibberish for the description?
Maybe?
Yeah, so I'm trying to look at all of my things. They're all just gibberish.
You may need to just do a plus character sheet and redo it all from scratch if it's not working here. Yep, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's... I've never seen anything like that before. I would just torch the character sheet and craft a completely new one.
Quick question. Do you allow, like, if someone casts a spell and then a cantrip, or is it just 2 cantrips?
You can cast a spell and a cantrip as long as they fall in the action, bonus action qualifications.
I'm gonna cast Lacerate on the purple thing. Like above Cragrak. I don't know what the heck that is.
Gotcha.
The Voidling?
That.
Alrighty.
The thing that is keeping Delcy aloft 100 feet in the air?
Yes.
Oh.
Everything's fine.
She says as she's in the fire room, right?
I'm in danger.
You actually have to beat a DC 14 saving throw.
Oh man, is it not? Alright, I gotta find the spell description here.
matter what you think!
I am 100% used to having it all posted here so I can read it as it's happening and then rolling the saving throw in response.
I got you. Just give me 1 sec.
Voidling also has, I believe, resistance to any spells that aren't radiant damage.
Okay, so it's a con save, it looks like. Potential exhaustion side effects. Well, even with a magic resistance, a 12 I doubt is gonna do the trick. So go ahead, roll that damage.
What was the DC target? Because if it failed by more than 5, it has a wound that erupts in a violent blood
It
spray.
was 14. Unfortunately, with standard array, my spells aren't as deadly right now.
I hear you.
That's why I swing big sword.
Give me 1 sec. Once again, flagging.
Okay.
Technically, Aubrey swings a big black sword as well, but the only problem is, she hasn't had a chance to do shit this fight because of the whole fear thing.
Alright, that was just really unfortunate placement and really bad wisdom saves there, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna post something in the chat. Just ignore it so I can see it on my screen.
Gotcha. Oh, for half the damage on the concentration check, it will make it, actually. Take the full damage, though. 26. Oh, gosh! Oh, boy. Well, it is barely hanging on after that. There is a nice torrent of blood just raining down from where the Voidling is floating up there, but it's still got a little bit of life kicking. All right, and we will. Anything else there?
Crap! I forgot. Eldritch Blast was not a bonus action. That'll be it. I got no bonus actions.
Okay. And over to Delcy, who is just kind of floating up here, 100 feet up.
I have an idea, sort of. I'm gonna post 2 things into the chat, which are my idea. So then that, combined with feathered form, I should be able to give myself fly speed, which would indicate that I was flying. So I might have control of myself. If that beast gets hurt.
Correct. It would not allow you to escape from the effect as it is now, but when the effect expires, you would not fall the 100 feet to the ground.
Yeah, that's my goal here, is to not fall 100
Sure,
feet, so
sure.
I just want to do that.
Yeah, some form of flying beast. If you have anything specific, I can likely drag the token out and transform that for you. Otherwise, what is that?
I just realized
Action?
if I did this in a different order, I could have casted a hex and then.
Oh, damn it.
Like an owl, I guess. I don't know if there's an owl.
Okay. Oh, definitely.
An owl just seems cool.
Caught up at the top of this thing. What's Aubrey got with your next turn here?
Aubrey's going to do the same thing she's been doing and fly 100 feet further up. That'll put her at 300 feet, and she'll make her saving throw. No, she
way. No way.
won't. Neither does a raven.
Yarg.
So, yeah, fun.
Oh my goodness gracious, bodacious Ignatius. Alright, well I'm getting an owl set here, and while we do that, Oracle has our final tick of the session.
Well, I'm going to keep praying.
Alright. Well, you are going to be 2 of 3 in the progression order here. If you want to put a little blue dot on yourself, if you're familiar with how to add the numerical value to that. If not, no worries.
I love how there's just mass chaos behind Oracle and he's still just praying.
Alright, well the owl is not working for me here just yet. Alright, so you got the blue dot right there. The way you add a numerical thing is in the same area where the blue dot is. If you hover your cursor over it, just type in the number. So type in 2. And then you are good to go there, buddy. Nice. Alright, and unlike most of our other Roll20 game pages, you here in G24 do not share this game page with anybody else, so there's no need for us to track the initiative necessarily. We can just send this back over to the start and the conclusion screens here. If the Roll20 delays want to finally conclude for the evening, that would be fantastic. There we go, 6 times the charm. Fantastic, alright. Alright, yes indeed. See you tomorrow there, Westy. And for our group of adventurers here tonight, thank you so much for your participation, your roleplay, and your combat here in a slog of a combat, but we are getting a little quicker on the rounds each round that we progress here. Thank you for those cheers throughout, friends. Thank you for your support here of Roleplaying Unlimited. Welcome to our new players here, Mike and Kira. Thank you for bringing your characters in, and definitely look forward to seeing what our adventures hold 2 weeks from now. We are back again tomorrow night, hopefully on time at 6 p.m. Pacific. We took last Monday and Tuesday off, not necessarily last week, but last session, I should say. So we're definitely itching with those crews to get back into the swing of things, much like our crew here tonight, because we missed last session as well. So don't miss us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will see you then with Monday night in Ubiquity's Pursuit. Have a good night, all. Are you with us?
I so hope that next session I actually do something other than fail saving throws.
I wish I had some
So we play
form
tomorrow?
of like minor restoration as a kid for Magic Initiate. Or whatever. There was I think there was a feat that let you take a couple of class spells.
I'm just proud that I struggled through reading all of those descriptions. Like, I was reading between the @ signs and everything to be able to try to figure out what it meant. And I was like, I might not die if I fall.
Unfortunately, I did not have on the character sheet. It did not say what spells were bonus actions, which ones were not. So I'll write those down on my own accord, so that way I know which one's bonus, which one's not.
Yeah, the 2 things I adjusted were abilities, which it's kind of cool to have those abilities.
So we're back next Sunday, right?
No, every
2
other
Sundays from now.
Every other Sunday. Okay, no problem.
Question for the DM: do you have any space in your campaign for tomorrow?
You can.
Monday night is filled up right now.
Are there any that have an opening?
All right, I'm
You look
popping
in,
out. Have a good night, guys.
Bi-weekly seating info. You'll be able to see what's free.
Correct.
All
I
right.
think offhand, I think everything is filled up right now, but that changes rather frequently.
There's a free space that opens up. I can fill that in. I have a couple characters I want to try out.
Okay, cool.
And now that I know that you'll allow Mass Effect, I have 4 more characters I want to try out once I make them.
I got all the characters.
Look, I've made Volus, Biotics, I've made Quarians, I've made Krogans, I've made an Elcor.
Very
Irid-
cool.
Ark, you need to leave me alone or you will regret it.
All right, friends, I am out. We will catch you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
See you. Goodbye.
Later.